Listen, before we begin, I need you to do something. Take a deep breath and forget everything you think you know about Niccolò Machiavelli. Most people believe he was a monster, a man who taught kings and rulers how to be ruthless, manipulative, even evil. But that's the surface-level story. A story told by people who never actually read what he wrote, because Machiavelli wasn't just writing to rulers. He was writing to you. To anyone forced to survive in a world full of hidden agendas, shifting loyalties, and unpredictable human behavior, he wasn't promoting cruelty. He was revealing the psychology of power, the same psychology that controls your relationships, your workplace, your failures, and your victories. He was sounding the alarm. He was saying, wake up, look deeper. People are not what they claim to be, and in this video, you are about to discover everything he tried to warn humanity about. These lessons are uncomfortable. They are powerful, and once you hear them, you will never see people the same way again. So sit up straight, lock in, and stay with me until the end, because each chapter in this video builds upon the last. If you miss one, you will not understand the full picture Machiavelli left for the world. Let's begin. Number 1. Human nature is darker than you want to believe. Machiavelli starts with a brutal truth that modern psychology has only recently confirmed. Most people are driven by fear, self-interest, and advantage. You may think people are loyal. You may think people are kind. You may think people will stand beside you through chaos, trouble, and hardship, but Machiavelli says something very different. Men forget more easily the death of their father than the loss of their inheritance. In other words, people tolerate emotional pain, but financial loss, status loss, power loss, that's where their real character emerges. Let me ask you something. Have you ever seen someone change the moment you stopped being useful to them? Have you noticed how friendships fade when you no longer benefit someone? Have you seen how a coworker praises you when they need you, but disappears once they get what they want? Machiavelli would say, good, you're paying attention, because the mistake most people make is assuming others think the same way they do. You might value loyalty. Others value convenience. You might value honesty. Others value opportunity. You might value stability. Others chase whatever benefits them that day. This is Machiavelli's first warning. Do not build your life around the illusion that people are naturally good. People are situationally good. People are good when being good is easy. People are good when being good benefits them, but when the stakes rise, when pressure hits, when survival instincts awaken, that's when their true nature appears. Machiavelli isn't asking you to hate humanity. He's asking you to understand it. And understanding this one truth saves you from 90% of emotional pain. Number 2. Why fear outweighs love. This is Machiavelli's most controversial lesson, the one he is most famous for, and the one most people misunderstand. He writes, it is much safer to be feared than loved. Now carefully listen. He is not telling you to be cruel. He is not telling you to intimidate people. He is not saying love is useless. He is explaining a psychological mechanism. Love is emotional. Love is fragile. Love changes as feelings change. You love a person today. Tomorrow they hurt you. You admire someone today. Next month you forget them. Love is inconsistent. Fear, however, in Machiavelli's definition, means respecting consequences. It means people know your boundaries, people know what you will and will not tolerate, people know there are costs for disrespect. Let's break this down. When someone loves you, they may still take advantage of you. Why? Because love is soft. Love expects forgiveness. Love creates entitlement, but fear, healthy fear, creates certainty. People think twice before crossing you. They consider the outcome before lying to you. They hesitate before mistreating you. This is not the fear of violence. This is the fear of losing access to you. Psychologically, humans respond more strongly to loss aversion than to emotional reward, meaning people are more afraid of losing something valuable than gaining something new. So Machiavelli asks, which makes you safer? Giving people comfort or giving people clarity? Love without boundaries leads to manipulation. Fear without love leads to rebellion, but combined Combined, they create stability. A balanced person is warm, but not exploitable as kind, but not a doormat as compassionate, but not Niccolò Machiavelli wants you to become that person. Number 3, people believe what they see, not what is true. 500 years ago, Machiavelli wrote something that modern psychology later confirmed: everyone sees what you appear to be. If you know what you truly are, humans judge instantly and visually. The truth does not matter unless it is perceived. Psychologists call this first impression biased halo effect cognitive. Misaligmentrajoti. Machiavelli understood it long before these terms existed. To him, power begins with presentation. You may be intelligent, but if you speak timidly, people assume you're insecure. You may be disciplined, but if you dress sloppily, people think you're chaotic. You may be trustworthy, but if you hesitate, people assume you're uncertain. Your appearance shapes your opportunities. Your presence shapes your influence. Your confidence shapes your authority. This is why Machiavelli advises rulers, and by extension, anyone, to master their external image, not because image is everything, but because image is the gateway to everything. Here is the psychological truth. People don't follow reality. They follow the perception of reality. The world rewards those who control perception and punishes those who ignore it. Number 4, power is about emotional control, not dominance. If you ask people what power looks like, they'll describe aggression, loudness, strength, domination, but Machiavelli knew better. He wrote that true authority comes from emotional mastery. The first method for estimating the intelligence of a ruler is to look at the men around him, meaning a powerful person surrounds themselves with stability because they are stable. Look at the people you attract. Do you attract chaos? Do you attract liars? Do you attract emotional storms? If yes, Machiavelli would say the chaos reflects something about you, because psychologically, people gravitate toward emotional patterns that mirror their own. He warns, never let anger make your decisions. Never let fear dictate your behavior. Never let pride cloud your judgment. The one who controls their emotions controls the room. The one who stays calm controls the outcome. The one who remains steady becomes the leader by default. People trust the calm person. People follow the calm person. People feel safe with calm people. Calmness is not weakness. Calmness is the highest form of psychological strength. Machiavelli knew it. Modern neuroscience agrees. Number 5, understanding people makes you unmanipulable. Machiavelli was not only a political thinker, he was a master of human observation. He spent years watching rulers, soldiers, businessmen, diplomats, and ordinary people, and he concluded, people are predictable, not individually, but behaviorally. Modern psychology confirms people operate in patterns. Here is Machiavelli's warning: if you do not study human behavior, you will be controlled by it. He teaches you to observe things like what people fear, what people desire, what people envy, what people avoid, what people secretly want, what people pretend to want, what people admire, what people cannot resist. Beckos. Once you know these things, you understand the invisible strings that move people. Imagine knowing someone's weakness just by watching how they react when embarrassed. Imagine knowing someone's ambition by the way they talk about others. Imagine predicting someone's betrayal because you've seen the small signs early. This is not manipulation. This is awareness. Machiavelli says, the wise man does in the beginning what the fool does in the end, meaning learn to read people before they reveal their true nature so you are never surprised by it. Number 6. Why decisiveness creates respect. 4 to 5 minutes. Narrator. Machiavelli believed that hesitation is more dangerous than making the wrong decision. He writes, fortune favors the bold. In psychology, confidence and decisiveness trigger something called authority bias. People follow those who act with certainty. People trust those who move first. People respect those who step into the unknown without trembling. Think of any moment in history. Leaders who hesitated lost wars. Entrepreneurs who hesitated lost opportunities. Leaders who hesitated lost relationships. Wars. Who hesitated lost their lives. Machiavelli watched rulers fall because they waited too long, because they wanted perfect answers, because they feared criticism. He believed a bold decision made early is often better than a perfect decision made too late. Why? Because boldness creates momentum, because boldness shows strength, because boldness eliminates doubt in the minds of others. Machiavelli warns, if you hesitate, someone else will take your opportunity, someone less talented, someone less prepared, someone less deserving, but they moved. And you did single quotes t. So be bold, not reckless, bold. Number 7. Silence is a strategic weapon. This might be one of Machiavelli's most powerful lessons. A prince should never reveal his intentions. Why? Because what people know, they can influence. What they don't know, they cannot sabotage. Your plans are weakest when spoken, and strongest when executed. Silence protects you from envy. Interfegen chosen as ein telling someone your plan, and suddenly they discourage you, judge you, or secretly copy you. Machiavelli would say, you talked too soon. In psychology, silence creates mystery, and mystery creates respect. People cannot attack what they cannot predict. People cannot ruin what they cannot see. People cannot stop what they do not understand. Move quietly. Act loudly. Let results announce you. Number 8. The truth about friendship, loyalty, and trust. This chapter is painful, but deeply important. Machiavelli says something that sounds harsh but is absolutely true. Loyalty that costs nothing means nothing. In other words, people are loyal when loyalty is easy. People are faithful when faith has no price. People are supportive when support is convenient, but when pressure arrives, the truth appears. Machiavelli divides people into 3 types. 1. Those who stay only when they need. These are the opportunists. They leave the moment you lose value. 2. Those who stay only when you are strong. These people admire you until you fall. Then they disappear to find someone stronger to follow. 3. Those who stay even when it costs them something. These are the rare ones. The people Machiavelli believes are worth protecting. He warns, never trust someone who has nothing to lose, because they will lose nothing by betraying you. Instead, trust those who have their own values, those who protect their reputation, those who act with consistency. Trust those who have disciplined minds, because they are predictable even under pressure. This is not about paranoia. It is about clarity. Number 9. How to become Machiavellian the good way. Let's bring everything together. What does it mean to apply Machiavellian psychology in modern life? It does not mean being evil. It does not mean manipulation. It does not mean dishonesty. It -1 to 1. Understand human nature as it is, not as you want it to be. This prevents disappointment and emotional traps. 2. Master your emotions, because the calmest person becomes the leader. 3. Build boundaries people respect, not out of fear, but respect for your standards. 4. Control the image you present to the world. Because perception opens doors. 5. Study people deeply, patterns, reveal intentions. 6. Be decisive. Bold action creates opportunities. 7. Speak less than necessary. Silence protects your strategy. 8. Trust slowly. Observe constantly. 9. Have a long-term plan, even if others cannot see it. Machiavelli didn't teach cruelty. He taught self-protection, self-mastery, self-awareness. He taught you how to survive in a world filled with hidden motivations, and once you see these forces, you can never unsee them. The final warning. Machiavelli died 500 years ago, but his warnings remain alive because human nature hasn't changed. People still seek advantage. People still fear loss. People still pretend to be what they are not. People still reveal their true selves under pressure. And the one who understands these truths becomes almost impossible to deceive. Let me leave you with Machiavelli's final lesson. He who controls himself controls everything. Power doesn't begin with controlling others. It begins with controlling your mind, your reactions, your emotions, your boundaries, your decisions, your presence, your silence. And your self-respect, if you master yourself, you master your world. Thank you for staying until the end. Your mind is now sharper than before, and Machiavelli would be proud.